Well, for those of you who are wondering what my speaking voice sounds like, hi. Well, anyway, I'm sure you recognize the tune that I just sang, O mio Babino Caro from Puccini's opera Gianni Schicchi. Well, this aria is sung by a character named Loretta, who is begging her father to let her marry the man she loves. Unfortunately, the man she loves comes from a rival family, so there's quite a bit of tension going on in the song. She's begging the heavens, she's threatening to throw herself in the river, so not really a pretty sight. Which means to say, don't be misled by the innocent and affectionate title of the song, Oh My Beloved Father. If you're thinking of dedicating or singing a song for your father on Father's Day, not this one. Well, indeed, male singing, well, in the first place, you might be thinking, why am I singing a female's part then? At this point, let's look at the theme of today's conference. Defying logic. Okay, there you have it. All right, so a man singing a female's part may seem to be defying logic and perhaps even incredible, but it really goes a long, long way back to a time when women were forbidden to sing in the churches as well as appear on stage. In Italy during the early 17th century, when opera was born, female parts were assigned to singers known as castrati. These were men who were castrated at the ages of 7 to 10 to preserve their prepubescent high voices. As a result, the castrato as an androgynous figure, singing soprano in a man's body, it served well the Baroque ideal of wonder, artificiality, as well as spectacle. During those days, watching an opera where both man and king, both king and queen were female, were male. I'm getting confused. Okay, were male and professing their love for each other on stage was not too uncommon. And this phenomenon provided the audience with a reality far from their very own. So in Goethe's words, the more artificial art is, the better. Well, indeed, do you know that at the peak of opera's success, about 4,000 Italian boys were castrated each year? Sounds logical? Actually, I see some people nodding their heads. It's a bit scary. Well, I don't think it is to us now. I hope to believe that. But during that time, this is so because of the opera being a platform, just as the pop music is for us now. All right? And I have been singing soprano since I was in secondary school. I'm a countertenor, not a castrato. Okay, I didn't undergo any surgery to sing what I just did. It was just due to training. And in fact, the tradition of countertenor singing developed at around the same time as the castrato, albeit in the English churches rather than the Italian ones. In these churches, the countertenors were tasked to sing the soprano as well as the alto parts because women were forbidden to sing. And at this point, you might wonder why the need of higher voices in the first place? Why not just have a choir formed of men singing in their low voices? Well, the answer is simple. To people of antiquity, higher voices represented closer proximity to heaven or God. Have you heard of angelic basses? No, right? So in this case, you will only want higher voices during the 16th, 17th, 18th century even. I have been singing soprano since I joined the choir in an all-boys secondary school. And even though my voice had broken, my falsetto remained intact. And it was not until junior college that I was told that I am a countertenor. I still remember I had to choose a main instrument for my A-level music subject in junior college. And my teacher then Miss Constance Wong, who's now a principal, asked me, "Oh, so Ee Kia, are you going to play the piano like all your classmates?" I said, "No, I'm going to sing." She said, "Oh, sing? Okay, tenor or bass?" Actually, soprano. So at this point, her eyes, became much bigger, and she stared at me for a moment. And after she realized that, wow, I'm serious, she smiled and said, "Well, why not? Sure." And the rest is history. In fact, choosing classical music as a career choice to many people would be defying logic and perhaps even crazy. I remember my own grandmother bursting into tears when I told her I was going to be a musician and a music teacher. She cried and said, "Oh, my poor grandson is going to be a beggar on the streets." Sounds familiar? To which I replied, I tried to pacify her, and I asked, "Look, Grandma, do you even know how much we are paying my piano teacher and voice teacher?" She thought for a moment, "Oh my goodness, you're right. Do music." So as you can see, it just takes a bit of convincing. So at this point, I would just like to thank all those who have believed in me during the course of me pursuing what seems like an illogical choice in life. And with that, I would just like to end this sharing with a couple of words that I constantly tell myself. Should you decide to do something that seems to be defying logic or is unconventional, it is important that you first believe in yourself, and then others will believe in you. Thank you for listening.